you're tired of being so confused. You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. But just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dog.
Hey everybody, it's the chicks on the right here. We had such a blast on the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Check them out at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
They stream weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern, and you guys, they are your people.
They totally are. And you can find us in all the places by visiting chicksontheright.com/links and watch us weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Come on, man. Can you feel the pain? Into him now. About this new world. Ain't no train. Papa's got a brand new eye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Welcome, everybody, to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. It's Happy Monday. Hello, Olivia.
It's Monday.
Why, is things not working? Hey,
Oh, no. It was a Monday at work. It was total Monday.
Hey, a little bit this way.
Sorry, it's really hot. It's the hottest day of the year. It got up to like 98 today.
Yeah, so
super
I
hot
can't hear
in
you,
here.
dude. So
No,
it's
way
like 90
too
degrees
hot.
outside. Yeah, no, we're good.
Thank you, though, but way too hot.
Sorry, everybody. We're trying to, let the AC's kicking, but in this room, and we've got a great AC unit. Got to be better now after buying a new one, pretty much.
Oh yeah, and last night.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
We'll talk that outside of pre-show. All right. Anyway, Liv, what do we got going on tomorrow? Big news.
Wednesday, Scott Lebedo will be here. We're super excited.
Slow that
for
down.
That.
That's too fast. Like that's a build up. That's a 3-star. You got to like, oh my God, it's Scott Lebedo.
Oh my gosh, it's Scott Lebedo.
Okay.
Everyone.
That really wasn't.
I'm not good at this.
It wasn't really what I expected. Okay. So Scott Lebedo will be here.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool thing. He just did a great reveal of his new statue. We'll see if we have time to talk about that. So what else? What else?
Ryan Weaver will be here the following week. Next
Oh my
week.
God, what's going on?
Okay.
I talked to him today. He is super excited to be here, which we all are. June 5th, of course, the first Friday of the month, Damani will be here. Ryan Samuels will be here on the 11th. Dave Bondi will be here on the 19th.
The Bondarino.
And then, of course, Damani will be the first Friday of July. And then July 8th, Tim Brown.
You just can't have Damani on there twice.
I know.
It looks stupid.
Tim Brown was...
We can only have one token black guy. You have two black guys and people start questioning what the hell's going on here. Are we like DEI? Listen, Damani's our DEI hire. So we bring him in on occasion, and here he is. Really, Liv? Is that my phone? Okay, it's not me. I didn't do anything. All right. Well, listen. Anything else going on?
Yeah, and then Tim Brown on July 8th, who is a New York City firefighter who was in Tower 2 when it collapsed. So
yeah, that's insane.
Yes.
Like that story is going to be interesting to say the least. I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Yes, I am too.
All right. Well, anything else? Get your 250
no.
celebration shirt.
Oh yeah.
Everyone asked for us to make one. We did. You can get it on thedumbshow.com. It's a bestseller. I mean, it's like selling like crazy. It's still selling like crazy. So go to thedumbshow.com and get yourself the cool America 250 shirt. Also, drawing won't be this week. It's going to be the first Friday of June is our next drawing for jackets. Folks, $300 is on the board for donations. You can go ahead and donate to the show at thedumbshow.com/donate. If you want to help us out, get to where we need to be, we would appreciate you doing that. And it doesn't matter if it's $1, $5, whatever. It's free of charge. You can watch the show for absolutely nothing. But a donation helps us keep the lights on and everything else. The new video is written.
The new video. For starters, my Facebook chat's working again. Yay!
I did that.
Only been two.
I did that. Olivia, it's not important. It's kind of like, when we're intimate and you're like, oh, what did you do? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Just enjoy
Secrets.
it.
Yeah, something tells me you didn't, but that's okay.
I did. Okay, fine. I didn't do anything. Yeah, it just magically worked in the first time in 3 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on.
Anyway, so we have this awesome new script that all 4 of us wrote.
Because Mel's impatient and is forcing me to do it, even though I was trying to enjoy my day off. We're like, okay, fine, forget it. Since Mel's impatient, we got to write a new script. So we wrote a script.
It's awesome.
Awesome. And it's acting. I mean, it's like full special effects acting. Yeah, so it's like the whole family's involved, and it's going to be good.
So we have to be in the car for this particular commercial. And you'll understand why when you see it. Go to start the car. Nothing happens last night. We can't get the seats to move. The doors won't unlock because they're
doors won't unlock.
Nothing. And we're like,
I'm just sorry, just assisting.
Are you done?
No, go ahead. I'm sure
you're like 2 right now. Because it's the copy game, right?
No, it was like emphatically supporting your story.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
So we had our neighbor come and try and jump us. And
they did. And it was 10 penthouse letters next month. Our neighbor successfully jumped us and
give us a jump with the car.
The car.
The car.
In the Harvard yard.
And we had our other neighbor he's got this like charge pack who immediately charges the battery of a car. That didn't work. Oh yeah, that was me agreeing. Sorry, I really wasn't trying to copy at that point. That didn't work. Go ahead. So our battery is completely shot, and it turns out Hayden accidentally put the hazards on. She has a habit of forgetting to turn off the car after she's done driving. So then she reaches in to push the button, and the hazards are right next to the button. She hit the hazard button, so she drained our battery completely. Anyway,
long story longer is that battery's 8 years old. The cell died, and we had to have an emergency tow truck come out, and we thought they were going to have to tow it, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to get to the auto zone or whatever it would be.
At 7 o'clock on a Sunday.
Right. Stop. Something I have to interrupt. I mean, geez, can somebody tell a story?
I didn't interrupt you.
Tell me a story. I'm just trying to tell a story.
Just trying to tell the story.
Why can't you let me tell a story? So anyway, and then the guy's like, well, listen, I'll just come out with my tow truck, bring you a battery. That way you don't have to go to a shop. You don't have to tow, and it's probably going to be cheaper. And I'm like, done. Yep. And they got it fixed. But of course, just more money out the door. So there you go. Not an alternator, dead cell.
Completely
just
dead
cell, and then couldn't hold its charge. So
battery, 5.5 hours of the hazard lights being on drained.
Yep, and then it was also super hot. So there it is. Okay, good story. Finally, numbers are back up on Facebook. Thank God. Which is surprising. Nice to see. Please share this, folks, help us out over on Twitter and YouTube. We've got a lot to do over the next 2 hours with you. So we're going to get started. That's what we're going to do. So here it is. Unhinged leftists. Well, this seems to be a theme tonight. We have a lot of them. Several unhinged leftists. Oh, by the way, folks,
isn't it an everyday kind of thing?
It is an everyday kind of thing. Folks, if you want to call into the show, it's 1-276-200-2105. If you just, got your some bee in your bonnet, or you're spun up, or you just want to talk and say hi, whatever it is, please let us know. Did we have any prayers or anything going? I felt like we had something
No,
big.
that was all last week. Ivy Lee was last week.
I felt we had something big. I don't know what it was.
Well, it was Ivy Lee's letter or email that she wrote me.
I don't know what it is. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's rock and roll. So first video, leftist, and this is about trans, and this was on my page, so you guys might see this. Go take a look, and you can like it there, but also go ahead and watch it here. Here it is.
You agree with me that men can't get pregnant?
Cisgendered white men cannot get pregnant.
Okay, so I'm really glad that we agree that men cannot get pregnant.
Cisgendered men, you dumb bitch!
Men cannot get pregnant. I'm glad you agree with me. But here's the deal. When you're talking about a moral argument, your gender does not change the validity of your argument. I can speak up against a moral wrong. And that's what abortion is. It doesn't matter your gender. Even if you're a woman who can't get pregnant, who maybe you biologically can't get pregnant. If I'm a woman who's infertile, that doesn't mean I can't speak out against abortion. Because abortion is a moral wrong, and every human is called to speak out against human rights wrongs. And abortion is a wrong because it takes the right to life away from the weakest and smallest member of our species.
Okay, so the argument is going to be, and Charlie had a great way of dissecting this within like 15 seconds. And essentially what will happen is when you talk about moral truth, right? So when you say the morality of the right to life is something that liberals push back because they say there is no objective truth. There is no objective morality. They believe in subjective truth. They believe in their own personal values and morals, and there is no doctrine or no dogma that prescribes moral code because religion is fictitious. This is their argument. Most leftists, not Democrats, leftists, they don't believe in religion. They don't believe in government. They have an anarchist appetite, which is dabbled in lipstick socialism and progressivism, but they're not fully committed to it because once they get oppressed, they're like, wait a second, what are you doing oppressing me? What do you mean the person who invented the guillotine is going to be put under the guillotine? Because that's what happened. So they don't like that. So when you say make a moral argument about murder, they'll say, well, you can't use religion. So can you do it without religion? Can you make a moral argument about how abortion is wrong without bringing in religion?
I don't know if that's possible because the whole thou shalt not murder is 10 commandments. And
okay. That's fair.
So it's very hard to not have it based in religion, but you could just say, I'm a good person and I don't believe in abortion because it's murder and not bring up religion.
Yeah, but that's subjective. That's right. Because if you don't believe in it, what happens if you do believe in it? It doesn't change a thing.
That's true.
So your belief isn't necessary for abortion to be wrong. It needs to be an objective truth. So let me give you an objective truth. Okay. Okay. So, do you think murder's wrong?
Yes.
You're a liberal. Do you think murder's wrong?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you think murder's wrong. Mm-hmm. How do you know that?
Because if I'm a liberal. Okay.
Yeah, how do you know? How do you know murder's wrong?
I don't, I guess. I mean,
well, you do. You do. Can I murder you right now?
No.
Why?
Because it's against my right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Okay, so you agree the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
You believe, so not religion, but you believe in your right to live.
Yes.
So human life is sacred.
Yes.
Okay, great. That is not only a subjective truth, but an objective truth because it's to everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Great. So in the process of human conception to birth to death, how does that growth of a human being start, and when? When is the first stage of life?
At conception.
How? What happens? Give me the description.
The sperm and the egg.
Okay, so the sperm enters the egg.
Yep.
Fertilizes the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that is a life.
Yes.
Okay, great. Then that baby has a right to life. So you are murdering the child. That's it. The argument's over. 15 seconds. You just destroy that argument. Because nobody's going to say, yes, you can murder me right now. Okay, She said I could. There's not unless you're just an idiot. Say you're okay. So you literally are saying that I could do a retroactive abortion on you? I could just kill you right now and that you're okay with that? Yes. Okay. Well, then you're crazy and this conversation's over and your opinion is invalid. But everyone's going to say no, because I have the right to live. You can't take that away from me. Okay, great. So in the stages of human beings, when is the stage into development? What is the first stage of development? It's when the sperm fertilizes the egg, and that's it. Insemination. Okay, then anything after that, and anything that's posthumous from that is murder, because that baby has a right to live. Now, their heads will explode and they'll flip out on you, but that's how you beat it. And Charlie could do it in 15 seconds, just like that. Boom.
The other thing you could always bring up is why, when a pregnant woman is murdered, why the murderer is charged with 2 murders and not 1.
Yeah, see, and here's the thing, is that argument won't win with a liberal. Because then they're going to go, well, there's a lot of laws that I don't agree with, including systemic racism against black people and blah, blah, blah. It's going to become an emotional platitude for them. And they're going to make an emotional argument. So if you get them to use their own words against them, they're cooked. But it is a good point, because then they say, well, it's not murder. Say, okay, then do you believe if a man kills somebody or a woman kills somebody, that's murder? Yes. Okay. Well, what happens when a man kills a pregnant woman or a woman kills a pregnant woman? Well, they get charged with the murder of the woman. Yes, and the baby. See, so now they bring up certain situations, and you can dissect it once they bring it up, but you don't want to give them an out. Mm-hmm. Like the thing is asking a series of questions to get them down to the most granular response possible. So therefore, they have less outs. So if you bring them to this beginning of life and get them to admit beginning of life, then their own logic contradicts what they're going to say. That's it. So the law recognizes the baby in the womb as human. That's correct, but it doesn't recognize it as a baby, because if it did, you wouldn't be able to murder it. And it would be illegal, and it's not. So when the law does it, it's the loss of life of the mother was taken in a violent way. So therefore, the baby's life was taken in a violent way too, and their right to life was extinguished. But with an abortion, what they're saying is that the mother has custodial ownership of that child's soul and their being. And that's not the case. And this is why when you talk about Roe v. Wade, it has to be removed as a right to privacy or a right to reproductive care. It's a right to murder. It's not pro-life and pro-choice. It's pro-life and pro-death. Mm-hmm. So it's a good way to make the argument. So yes, even though the law recognizes that, if a mother decides to take the life of a child that's in her womb, it's not murder, which is stupid. Because then it comes down to the intent. Well, if my intentions were good to murder you, why can't I go out and just kill who I want? I was hungry. I
think you're stupid.
It was self-serving. Right. I think I disagree with you. I think your opinions are dangerous. I think you're a Nazi. So I shot you. You're a healthcare CEO. So therefore you're a multi-billionaire and you deserve to die. If you break it down to intent, well, then it's subjective that killing anyone can be morally justified. That's why objective morality is absolutely important to establish. And you must establish it with liberals, because everything that they are designed to do is objectively contradictory to objective truth and objective morality. They're nihilists, all of them. And everyone's like, oh, they're progressives, or they're socialists, or they're nihilists. That's it. They are, to a T, they do not believe in objective truth and objective morality. Therefore, everything that they do is subjective. And you can't prove anything against a liberal because they don't believe in anything. They don't even believe a man is a man and a woman is a woman. They don't even believe that you shouldn't sexually castrate children. Some of them believe that having sex with underage kids is okay. They don't have a code of morality because they repudiate God.
I think my favorite part of that video is when she said, cisgender white males can't get pregnant, like race has anything to do with this.
Right.
Because a cisgender black male can't get pregnant.
Right, but you can't say that because that's, but see, she won't call out race unless it's to degrade white people.
Yep.
And that's where they draw the line. And this should be the theme of the month. Is liberals, everything they do is about the color of the skin or what's between your legs. Everything. Can you tell me a liberal policy that isn't about the color of somebody's skin or what's between their legs?
No.
Did they have any infrastructure plans?
Not that I know of.
Right. So let me add a caveat. Between their legs, race, and anything within the Green New Deal. Now, can you find a piece of liberal legislation? Because removing a highway that is next to a trout stream, that's hard to say about what's between the legs and the race.
But they're accepting all good ideas right now. So
all good ideas.
All good ideas.
All good, even bad ones.
No idea.
No idea is a bad one.
No idea is a bad one.
No ideas are bad ones.
All ideas are welcome.
All ideas are welcome. Kamala says so. We're going to talk about that. Thanks for not bearing the lead. Friends with liberals. This is pretty good. Mary Sickler says Islamic women raise their sons to die, and they are happy about that.
That's a religion.
Islamic women raise their sons to die. I think they raise their sons to martyr. I think we need to make the distinction. Mm-hmm. I think Islamic women and Islamic men have the same feelings and empathy and sympathy for their offspring dying as we do. But I think what you're saying is when they martyr themselves. That is true. But trust me when I say this, if it's somebody in Pakistan, somebody in Afghanistan, and somebody loses a loved one, and it doesn't matter whether they are Al-Qaeda or ISIS-K or the Mujahideen or Houthis or Republican Guard, if they're in the IRGC, it's not legitimately a terrorist group, even though they are a terrorist group. It's considered a military by the Iranian people. If they lose those people, they care, right? They care. But when you martyr, it's celebrated. And you have to specifically look at certain groups, especially the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah, PJB, Muslim Brotherhood. They all believe that martyrdom is perfectly acceptable, and their family and loved ones celebrate it. So martyr for sure. Yeah. But I think there's a difference between Muslims and terrorists. And some people don't make the distinction, and I think that's horribly naive to do that. I'm not saying you're doing that, Mary, but there are people who do that, think all Muslims are terrorists, and it's like, wait, slow down. We've had this conversation. Anyway, let's move on. Friends with liberals is an interesting one.
It's an oxymoron.
Listen, come on. Okay, we have liberal friends.
We do.
There's nothing wrong with being a liberal. In fact, people don't really seem to understand is that conservatism is founded under classic liberalism. Both parties come from classic liberalism. There's nothing wrong with being a liberal. The problem is being an unhinged leftist who is masquerading as a liberal, and there's a lot of them. But let's face it, there's also a lot of woke right. I'm not calling them the woke right anymore. I'm calling them woke right. If you've seen Dan Blazarian, Thomas Massie's full out Nazi now, completely come out, full hates the Jews, brings in Nazis, and talks about his oven inside of his house. This guy's off the fucking rails. I mean, there is you're finding out this. I think what you're going to find out is this deep state that Donald Trump has been talking about. A lot of it has to do with anti-Israeli sentiment on both sides, and I think this is bigger than we know. I really do. It's just too far, too fast. In less than a year and a half, we have went from the party that celebrates Israel, celebrates Jews and Christians, Judeo-Christianity, to literally wanting the decimation of Israel. We have people who are running for office who say they want to go into Israel and kill Jews. How did we get here so fast? How did we change this? Because since I was a young boy, the relationship between Christians and Jews was paramount. Every pastor talked about it. Every 700 show in the morning talked about it. Every time you open the Bible, it talks about it. And there was a celebration of this. And now it's this open hatred for Jews. Friends with liberals. Here it is.
The most frustrating part about being friends with liberals and leftists is that you understand that they are just regular people for the most part. Like, they're just regular people who think that they're doing the right thing. They think that they're being nice people. Obviously, you also have the crazy ones who are like legitimately crazy. But a lot of people that you just are friends with or are family members with, they're not actually crazy. But then what makes me so annoyed is that, like, you can have conversations with these people. I've had conversations with a lot of my friends on the left where they completely understand what I'm saying, and they understand that they don't have an answer for the questions that I'm asking them, and their ideology cannot explain the contradictions, the issues, the absurdities on their views, right? They can't explain them away. But then they continue to believe the things. Like, I will dismantle their worldview so efficiently by just asking them questions about it. And they get to a point where they literally will just sit back and be like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I just feel this way. I want to shake them so bad.
Baby shake syndrome. Marge says, I was going to shut you off if you push that cat away one more time. Mine does that. Aw, I'm staying, but be nice. How does pushing a cat off who molests the mic, scratches people's faces if they don't pay attention to them, and
knocks over the handgun,
is a staple in this family and is loved better than any other thing in this household, but also knows that she can't just, you notice how she's sitting down and just being great right now because she's learned.
Because I've trained her
that she gets pushed down 3 times and then she comes up here and just chills.
She's learning just not to get pushed down now. She's learning if I start to go for it, she's like, oh.
Wait till you see what I do if she doesn't behave. And this will be our 70th cat in less than a year. So you got to lay down. You got off easy. No, we love her. We care about her. We love cats. Baby. She is our friend, but she gets pushed down because she literally will scratch Olivia's face and neck if she doesn't get her love. Hey guys, been a while. Check out US Foundation. They have a pretty good head start on the organization. Infrastructure plans for any parts of the machine that necessarily must be replaced. If you can spread the word, getting everyone on the same page is a real challenge. US Foundation. Brian, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll take a look. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good to see you here. We love our kitty, but this is what happens. She knocks over things that are expensive. Thank you. Yeah, it's a distraction. We're trying to run our own show. The fact that we even allow the cat in here is pretty crazy, but we love this cat. Trust me.
The dog is here too. Somewhere.
And the dog's here too. And she's persistent. And if you think that it bothers her, it doesn't. She'll just keep doing it over and over. And when you watch the show for a while, you'll get used to the cat, but she's not pushing her down. It's literally a 1.5 feet, 2 foot. Okay, good. Yeah, it's not Hassan Piker's dog here. We're not putting a dog shocker.
Yeah, if you stick around long enough, you might even see the kids come in every once in a while.
Yeah, and we push them down completely. So, friends with liberals. Listen, I think the distinction we've stopped doing it. We've stopped really making distinctions between the left and our liberals and the leftists. Here's what it comes down to. Like, in this day and age, you got to ask yourself a question. Is it really worth it? Is it worth it to tear friendships apart? And I'm not talking social media. Who cares? You know what I mean? You're going to lose people all the time. And, every day it's an ebb and flow. And those aren't your real friends. But if you've got somebody you really care about and really love in life, is it really that important to ensure that you get your voice heard about President Trump? I don't think so. And it doesn't mean don't speak your mind, because I'm not saying that. But if you want to make change, run for office. Get a podcast, get a show, do something like that. Get a place where you can help influence people. But your best friend who you've known for 27 years and who was there through a tough pregnancy or babysat your kids or you have beers with and play poker with every single, weekend. Is it really worth it to destroy your relationship over politics? I don't think so. No, Marge, I don't think you don't mean any harm. We just know that there's people who get very upset and wonder, why are you abusing your cat? And when we start grabbing her tail and spinning her around the room, you can totally tell us to stop, because we will do that too. No, we're not taking offense. We just wanted you to know we love our cat. Liberal hypocrisy.
Now that's an oxymoron because it's pretty much their entire policy is all hypocrisy.
Yeah, I think a lot of their stuff's hypocritical, right?
Oh yeah,
because racism is horrible. Okay, but you want to racially gerrymander, right? We got to stop school shootings. Yeah, but you've killed 69 million children in the womb, so they contradict themselves all the time. Bodily autonomy, but you can't assign me a gender. But then how can you have autonomy if you're neither man nor woman? What are the social norms of how you want to be treated? What bathroom do you use? What pronouns do you use? Do you have the exact same standards, or is there exceptions in testing? Are you going to register for the draft and U.S. Selective Service? So that doesn't make any sense. And here's the other thing: if genders are a social construct and they're all made up, then how can you go ahead and fix that or claim that it has any value when you decide to call yourself a woman when you're a man? If it's all a social construct, then what does it matter? What does it matter if we call you he, she, they, their, them? It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
I have a question. I never thought of this before, but do trans women, biological male wanting to be a female, pretending to be a female, do they still have to register for the draft?
Let's establish this from now on, because we do this in the hierarchy. It's a man pretending to be a woman.
Man pretending to be
or a woman pretending to be a man. Okay, I don't want to hear cisgender or transgender woman. It's a man pretending to be a woman.
Okay.
And I will say this here loud and clear. There is no such thing as transgender. There's nothing. It is a mental illness. Okay? There is nothing, because in the simplest of form, I bury you 1,000 years later, aliens come down and they dig up your bones. They look at you and they say, oh, look, it's an XX and an XY. That's it. You're a man and a woman. That's it. 2 distinct genders, 2 distinct sexes. So if you have to explain something, then it's subjective. We are going to keep harping subjective and objective, because if you can't establish the rules, then there's no point in having a conversation. All right. So now we know man pretending to be a woman.
Man pretending to be a woman. Do they have to register for the draft at 18?
No.
Oh, so it's not based on what you were born
No,
on.
They're not allowed in the military. So that's a moot point.
Got it.
But they used to. But they're not allowed in the military anymore, so they don't have to. So if you don't want to go in the military, all you got to do is say, I'm a chick.
Got it.
Yep. That's it. Elizabeth says, hey, everyone, please share and donate. If 30 people give $10, we meet goal. Right. Isn't it? That's not hard. Goal will be hit. We believe in people. So if you haven't, give us a shot. Okay. So let's get into liberal hypocrisy. Here it is.
You liberals understand how stupid you are? Okay? So we tried to pass the SAVE Act, and you guys said, no, absolutely not. They asked for ID, that's voter suppression, it's a poll tax, it's this and that. Absolutely not. So now you have conservatives, or anyone, I don't even think they're all conservatives, I think it's just people with a brain, flying out to California to vote for Spencer Pratt that don't live in California, and you guys are going, oh, you can't do that, that's illegal. If they ask for ID, it's voter suppression. Same argument. Can't do that. You guys don't even like playing by your rules. Do you understand that? You guys don't even like playing by your rules. What happened to voter suppression? What happened to, they can't check IDs? How dare they?
Melanie's high as a kite over in Rumble. Melanie, if you haven't had a chance to share this on Twitter, if you could, we would appreciate it.
She went to the doctor. What in the world did the doctor give you?
I don't know, but Tim says, let's get into the Western Conference Final. Go Avs. Yep. Listen, everyone is saying, the Vegas Golden Knights are great and they're going to beat the Avs and they're the Avs kryptonite. Okay. You guys said that about Minnesota. Okay. It comes down to this. There's 2 teams in these playoffs that haven't played anybody. And that would be the Carolina Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. The Colorado Avalanche played single-handedly the best defensive team in the Western Conference, which really was the Kings. The Avs are the best, but the second best were the Kings. The Kings have been incredible. Okay, they are a lockdown defense. They plug the middle. They are great on the neutral zone, and they play great with the lead. But the Avs handled them readily. Minnesota was supposed to be this massive offensive juggernaut with Wallstead the wall, and couldn't be broken, and we blew that apart in the first game.
Exactly.
Okay? And then we consistently met every aspect of whatever Minnesota threw at us. And they beat us once. Okay? But folks, we dismantled Minnesota. Okay? Now the Golden Knights, listen. They've got weapons. Barbashev, Hurdle, Marner, Eichel. These are great players. And Marner is having a great season in the playoffs against 2 8 seeds. Let's be honest. Anaheim Ducks and the Utah Mammoth are dog shit. And the Pacific,
the entire Pacific division,
the Pacific was
crap.
dog shit. Now, the Golden Knights are good. There's no doubt. But Hart is an unproven goaltender. He has not faced what the Avs can do. You have not faced our defense. I want to explain to you one thing. Hughes, in the previous series, Jack Hughes, or Quinn Hughes, when he was on the ice, he had a 66% probability to score. When he was against the Avs in the first game, he carried that 66% probability to score. The rest of the series, he was at a 13. The Avs will key in, and they will lock him down. The Knights are heavy. They're big. This is going to be very much like the Kings series. Very much like the Kings series. They're going to hit. They're going to beat. They're going to do that. They're going to clog the zone. But in the end, you have to stop our third and fourth line. And our third and fourth line is ridiculous. And I'm going to give you one last stat. The Colorado Avalanche had 17 different goal scorers in the playoffs. There's only 22 per team. 2 of them are goaltenders. $17 different goal scorers. Good luck. Okay? So
good luck.
Good luck. Let's everyone calm down. The Knights are good. They're not the Avs. Huge donation window.
Oh my goodness. Holy cow.
JD Stillwell
donation.
Donated $10. 1 or 30.
1 of 30.
1 of 30. There we go.
It's supposed to be of.
Okay, got it. Well, you said 1 of 30. Okay. All right. So let's everyone relax about the Colorado Avalanche because they're going to be great. We talked hockey. We got to stop. All right.
Don't get us started on hockey.
All right. Masshole. That's Massie's new name. I'm a masshole. Thomas Masshole is no, Yenny, you're not coming up here. Thomas Massie. His numbers are starting to plummet. Matt, have you seen anything about the explosive device found at a reservoir in Alabama? I saw it. I'm not talking about it yet because I don't have any other information on it, but I did hear about that. Here is the masshole plummeting.
Get there, man. Look at this. Chance that Massie is, in fact, the Kentucky 4 GOP nominee. It has been falling considerably over the last 10 days, according to the cash prediction market. Look at this. It was 71% 10 days ago. Look where that number is now. It's 44%. So chances more likely than not, though it is very close, that Massie will, in fact, go down to defeat. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see the votes getting cast and counted because this is quite close. But any time that an incumbent member of Congress goes down, he has done something seriously wrong in the minds of the voters. And in this case, if Massie goes down, it is that he crossed.
Big donation. Keith Baker donated $25. Always a great show. Thank you, sir. Keith. Appreciate you.
Donald John Trump.
All right. So, listen. I've done a little research. And Thomas Massie, I just want to walk you through this, okay? I just want people to understand what they've got in Thomas Massie. Thomas Massie's Liberty score was from 2022 where he had an A. Now, he protects his Liberty score during an election year. This is what he always does. And being that he's a part of the House, he has to run every 2 years, essentially, is what he has to do. Okay? So, Massie, during that off year, will vote and get his Liberty vote in. And then he will hold his vote hostage for concessions and then wind up voting along with whatever pressure points he's getting. But it gives him his checkbox. It gives him his liberty score. But here is Massie running over to the left-wing George Stephanopoulos, the Donald Trump hating reporter, and throwing Trump under the bus. There's a little graphic in the lower left-hand corner here, which shows you who has endorsed Massie.
Haven't been able to bully, so they're putting all the brunt and the force on me. But you can tell that I'm ahead in the polls and they're desperate. That's why they're sending the Secretary of War to my district tomorrow. That's why the president's losing sleep and tweeting about this. That's why AIPAC has dumped another $3 million into my race this weekend. It's because they're panicked and they really haven't been able to gain a lead in this race.
You say the president is desperate, but he's got a pretty good record of defeating people he wants to target in Republican primaries. We saw Bill Cassidy yesterday. We saw what happened in Indiana. How are you going to be able to overcome the president's opposition?
Well, I have the endorsement of the Right to Life organizations, the gun organizations. I had 4 members of Congress come here yesterday and campaign with me. So my situation is a little bit different. Plus, I've had millions of dollars come in from the grassroots, tens of thousands of donors to my website, thomasmassie.com, and it's still coming in, and that's how we're going to be.
Yeah, you spelled Qataris wrong. Here are the people who also support Thomas Massie. Code Pink, Ro Khanna, the New York Times, Hassan Piker, Mother Jones, AOC, Rashid Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Summer Lee, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Yeah. This guy has more Democrats and more leftists supporting him, and you have to ask the question, why? $10? 2 for 30. Oh, this is going to be a long night. Anonymous donated 10. 2 for 30. Hi, Matt and Olivia. Hello, Anonymous. So
AOC, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Rashid Tlaib, all of them, they hate anything Donald Trump and anything Republican. If they're supporting a Republican candidate, that should be bright lights going ding, ding, ding. Why are they supporting a Republican candidate?
Right. I got to say that
he's not a Republican.
Marge goes, because I feel bad about my cat message. I dig his thanks. Great show. Oh no, Marge, don't see. I don't ever want to make somebody feel bad. That's not it wasn't my goal. I just wanted to address that we don't beat the cat often. So, thank you for the donation.
I love the cat more than my own children, just so you know.
We don't, payouts on Rumble don't come for like every 120 days. They're ridiculous. So we don't count that on the nightly donation, but we do care about that. And we thank you so much. That means the world to us. Thank you.
Yes, I love you.
This cat. So those are the people who support him. So if the liberals are supporting Thomas Massie, can you not figure this out, folks? They want Massie because he directly opposes Trump. This guy stood on the dais with Marjorie Taylor Greene, and maybe if you did it more gentle, you are kind of hard. You do. You just can you like be softer so our guests don't hate us and stop abusing my cat? Seriously.
Dude, she's not you're not the one who she claws her face off. I get the claws on the face, man. Hayden just clipped her nails yesterday too, and they're still freaking shit.
Be a little nicer to the cat, will you? Okay, so you're just so mean to the kitty. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm done with Massie, and we're gonna cover it tomorrow. We'll do it together, and we're gonna find out what we can find out. We're gonna see what we can see. Hearing a lot about people with Buffalo and Montreal. I think Buffalo. They better answer, because that series has literally been bipolar as hell.
Montreal embarrassed them two nights ago. I think it's going to be a 1-0 game.
It should be a tight game. I don't know
who's going to win.
It should be a tight game.
I think both teams are going to lock it down.
If they're capable, they're not capable of locking it down. Buffalo and Montreal don't have a defense. So I don't think they can lock it down. I think they're going to muck up the middle, and I think everyone's going to try not to make a mistake, which usually doesn't lead to opportunities of scoring. And then in the third period, they're going to get to overtime, and then they're going to open the floodgates. But it's going to be a waiting game. Person who scores first is going to sit the lead. And they're going to check, like you said, tight checking game, clog the neutral zone, try to keep it 1-0, keep it close, and then strike with an opportune power play or a 5-on-3 or pull the goalie and see if they can get in. We'll see. Or it's going to be a blowout. That's what she says about you, Matt. Pretty harsh on the kitty. I don't understand. What do you mean?
I think he was commenting about me being mean to the cat or scratching my face or something like that. I don't know.
What about it? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Huh?
It just seems funny.
Matt, that's what you say, Matt, about pretty harsh on the kitty. Why would Olivia say I'm pretty harsh on the kitty when she's the one pushing her down? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so confused.
Maybe he's talking about a different type of kitty.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What? We don't have another cat. We only have one. We have a dog. We have one cat and one dog. How does Glenn know how many cats we have? I don't understand. This is very confusing to me. Somebody please.
Special Officer Doofy reporting.
Mom, I told you not to bother me when I'm begging me in my room.
Wait till you guys see the script we've written. It's so good.
Oh, it's awesome.
We should get everybody in here and just read it.
Oh, no, we want them to be surprised.
God, I can't wait to do that. It's going to be
I don't know if we're going to be able to do it until Wednesday. Or
we ain't
Saturday.
doing it Wednesday.
Saturday.
Well, if Mel has her way, we're going to get in trouble. $45, folks. It's going to be a long night. $19.49. It's already $7.49. Here we go. Olivia has it cereal context. Wake up. What does this have to do with breakfast and mornings? I've never heard of context cereal. Is it like, it sounds something like to help your colon. Is it like a brand, like Raisin Bran or something? Like, I remember that stuff they used to sell. What was it? Total? And it would help you when you're backed up. Is that what cereal we're talking about? Matt, what's up, pussycat?
Guys, he's freaking trolling you guys right now.
Brian says, is there still a way to donate through Facebook Live? I'm missing it. Oh, no, Brian. They don't allow us to do that shit anymore, man. It's thedumbshow.com/donate. They don't give us stars. So if you just go to thedumbshow.com/donate, and then, Brian, we need to get I need to find out what site you're pushing, man. I want to help you out there, but I don't know what it is. I shared your post with a letter to Massie onto people on my page. And oh, thank you, Loretta. Melanie says, I'm cracking up over here. Is that because you're stoned?
It's probably.
Jane says, Matt playing stupid, sadly. No, I'm not sad. I don't understand. Why do you think I'm sad? I'm very happy.
The conversation is going to go to crust on pies next.
I'm very happy. I'm not sad.
He's so trolling you guys.
Patricia says sexual.
You guys.
Patricia, I'm married. I don't happily. Seriously. Sexual context. Okay, she's right here. She can see this. She can read. We need to stop. Fiber. Montreal scored first. Okay.
It's not on yet, is it?
That's what they said. Montreal scored first. It can't be. I thought
they started at 8 Central. Until 8.
All right, so here we go. Mom Donnie, folks. Folks, I'm trolling you.
Oh, it is on.
Okay, so Montreal scored first. That doesn't mean shit. They were up 3-0 and Buffalo came back. So
exactly.
At the end of this, I don't believe any of it. Mom Donnie decides to start using Reagan quotes. This is interesting. Listen to this. This is very, very interesting.
And standing here this morning, I cannot help but think of the words of our 40th president, Ronald Reagan. He famously said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are I'm from the government and I'm here to help. It's a good quote, but I disagree. I think 9 more terrifying words are actually, I worked all day and can't feed my family. We are going to use the power of government to lower prices and make it easier for New Yorkers to put food on the table. When government understands its purpose.
How many words did he say? 9?
9. It was 9.
I worked all day and I can't feed my family.
Did he say and can't or I can't feed my family?
I don't know, but if you keep talking, I won't be able to answer. You do that a lot. Like, I try not to talk over you. I do sometimes, but when you're like making a point, I try not to like do it, but you keep doing it. It's happening all the time. Is it because they think I'm a cat or something? I don't understand. Is it you hate me like you hate our own kitty?
And make it easier for New Yorkers to put food on the I think 9 more terrifying words are actually, I worked all day and can't feed my family. We are going to...
Okay, so it's interesting because what's really funny about this, do you remember where that quote came from, Beautiful?
It wasn't in his joke about the Russia and the plumber and the car. Was it in that? I don't know. No,
it wasn't in that joke, but that was his whole point, is liberals wanted more government. And I believe it was the Mondale debate. And he was explaining that the government, you know, the 9 scariest words are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, is talking about big government. But especially when he was talking about that, he was talking about communism and socialism. And this was the big topic of the day. This was the huge thing, is that too much government in your life ultimately is a detriment. And so Mamdani, being a socialist, it's hilarious that he's quoting Ronald Reagan when Ronald Reagan was specifically warning about people like him.
He's fervently against socialists.
What a douche.
Yes.
I mean, that's like the Ku Klux Klan quoting Martin Luther King.
Well, just...
I have a dream.
Just
that little white babies with hoods and crosses burning, holding hands together with black soot. What the?
Just
Hi,
tack that onto the list of a million reasons not to like him.
My name's Rob, and I'm here for the Heterosexuals Union of America. And we're going to talk now about what do you do with a male ring and how you put it on before you have sex with your lover, who is predominantly a guy. Okay, we're also going to talk about reproductive rights between men. What the is wrong with this? I'm having to censor myself. I sound retarded. What are you doing? Why are you on your phone?
Hayden.
Why?
Because when a child texts, I have to answer it because
Why?
she's asking me a question.
She's not a child anymore. She's 16.
Friday. She's 16 on Friday.
All right. Can you get in the show, Liz?
Yes.
What is going on?
She wants to go to a friend's house, and I'm telling her she can't go until she cleans the kitchen.
Good. Can you put that in? We need all the help we can, honey.
Yes.
You got to put these in faster.
Yes.
Tommy. Is that who I'm saying? Is it Tommy Cawthon?
Yes.
Tommy Cawthon, $10. Hope this helps, guys. It does. We need it. So the whole thing about Mamdani is, it's like quoting Ronald Reagan is like the NRA institutionalizing Australian gun buyback programs. It's just stupid. It's an oxymoron. It's like military intelligence.
It's like BLM going, white lives matter. White lives matter.
Right. White lives matter.
Exactly.
That was good. That was really well done, Liv. Good for you.
Appreciate it.
That's great. Good job. All right. I was here for it. This is an 8-minute segment, and this is important. $55 on the board. First hour is a little slow. Hopefully we pick up in the second hour, because trust me, we need it. Jesse on J6. This is a presentation that Jesse did on his monologue, 8 minutes. It's worth it. And it's talking about J6. I know I have a lot of people who care about that kind of thing. So we're going to play it, the whole thing. Here it is.
Fox News alert, the Justice Department just released the bombshell report that we've been waiting for. What actually happened on January 6th? The FBI had 26 confidential human sources there that day. 26. A confidential human.
Nice to see so many people over on Rumble. Nice to see so many people over on YouTube. YouTube's on fire tonight. And Facebook's actually doing pretty well. If you have not had a chance to follow us on either or subscribe, please do that. It's free. And just make sure you get the updates that we're live 7 p.m. weeknights. Here it is.
Source is a guy the FBI pays to spy for them. Of the 26 confidential human sources who were in D.C. on Jan 6th, 4 entered the Capitol during the riot. An additional 13 entered the restricted area around the Capitol. So more than a dozen FBI spies participated in the so-called insurrection. A bunch of them broke into the Capitol. Their own inspector general says this is what happened. But that's not what they told you when they testified under oath.
Melanie, be careful of dilaudid when you're. Don't be going to sleep. If they have you on any benzo or they have you on any hydros, be careful of the dilaudid, please. Let me know. Just you just want to be very careful sleeping, because it can slow down respiratory. It just makes me worry. Just be careful, please.
Those who were there in an undercover capacity on January 6th, how many were there?
Again, I'm not sure that I can give you that.
Very sorry. Holly says I did when I first subbed, but I'd say I haven't gotten anything since early March. Holly, everyone says that. Facebook hates us. This is why we do donations on the show, because you can't do it through Facebook. They've completely removed our funding on stars and everything else. So we're kind of screwed. We're kind of screwed. So if you would not mind, you can do that through thedumbshow.com. You can always see what time we're going to be on, and you can find our channels. Also, if you go to thedumbshow.com/links, you can go there too, and it will take you to all of the sites that we're on. But we're 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Monday through Friday. All week, every week, we're there, okay? Good stuff. Okay, let's rock and roll. We got more to do.
Number as I sit here, I'm not sure there were undercover agents on scene.
I thought I heard you say you didn't know whether there were FBI agents or informants or human sources in the Capitol or in the vicinity on January 6th. Did I misunderstand you? I thought that's what you said.
Well, I referred very specifically to undercover agents.
Yeah. And so are you acknowledging then there were undercover agents?
As I sit here right now, I do not believe there were undercover agents on scene.
You guys are never going to see this the same, but if you make Thomas Ray, or you take FBI Director Ray, make him bald, he looks like Leroy.
Oh my gosh.
No shit.
So totally put it into ChatGPT or AI or something.
Did you want me to put you trying to answer that in ChatGPT too?
I don't know.
All right. Doesn't he look like Leroy?
Totally put it in
Photoshop was hiding something, so
off.
Congress asked the question a different way. Listen.
Did you have confidence?
Okay, sorry. Marge says, oh, holy shit. Okay, so this is all from their About Us page. They're linked to the bottom. I don't know if the link is working or not. Sorry. About Us Foundation. We are the people building a new foundation, a national compact legal structural system has ever built across the country. All right, you guys, listen, go over to US Foundation, take a look at it. Brian Ellis is pushing it, and I'm fine with that. Brian's a longtime listener, and we're totally fine with that. Go read what it is. I'll look at it too, and we will take a look at what it is. Maybe you can go take a look at it real quick for me, Livy.
Okay. Hang on one second.
Thank you, Sherry. We appreciate all your help helping promote us. All right, sorry I'm pausing so much, guys. I really apologize. Here's the
bunch of human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's time has expired.
You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
confidential human
gentleman's time.
Ray's right. The FBI didn't have undercover agents at January 6th. They had confidential human sources. So what's the difference? Well, a confidential human source doesn't get health insurance or a pension. They're just freelancing for the feds. Rats
Thank you, Rhonda.
and MAGA hats. They're basically paid in
Thank you, Luigi. Wow, look like our YouTube people are subscribing. Good to know. Good stuff. Thanks, guys and girls. Thanks for helping us out.
That the FBI runs at headquarters. A lot of these FBI rats get picked up on some other charge. They get sat down and the FBI says, you're going to work for me now. And if you don't, you're looking at 20 years to life. So these guys say, yes, sir. And they cozy up to people like the Proud Boys and anyone the feds wants to watch and control from the inside. And these confidential human sources are under pressure to deliver. What does deliver mean? It means intelligence and big busts that get the FBI good headlines. According to the Inspector General report, the spies were feeding the FBI intel that said January 6th was going to get a little hairy. But FBI headquarters did nothing about it and then lied to Congress and said they did. So why did headquarters let January 6th get so out of hand? And what were all these FBI spies doing that day and the days before? Were they riling everyone up like they did in the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot? In that case, the FBI informants instigated the plot. They even used an FBI credit card to buy the ammo, supplies, and hotel rooms. Did the FBI pay for Jan 6 hotel rooms? We don't know. Remember, the media and the Democrats said this whole thing was a conspiracy.
Where do you think this idea comes from, that this was somehow done by the feds?
I heard that one of the debaters said it was an inside job. It's an inside job on the part of Donald Trump and his henchmen.
Republicans have blamed the FBI and said it was an inside job.
It certainly was not an inside job by FBI.
I miss Swalwell and his oral herpes.
FBI agents or Antifa. They go around blaming it on Antifa and FBI agents.
Well, how did the media know it wasn't an inside job when the FBI had 26 of their people on the inside? January 6th, certainly.
Yeah, Karen says, sounds like what you said a while ago, Matt, possible entrapment. Yeah, I've always stuck to that story. I think anyone who is involved in J6 is a knucklehead. Like, well, there's a distinct difference. The 57,000 people that were there for the rally and went home, they're fine. For the people that were 2,000 to 3,000 that went outside the Capitol and got ruckus, okay, that's fine. It's, but anyone who went inside and vandalized, okay, you know what? I don't agree with that. But anyone who was in that stairwell, the 150 that were in that stairwell, those people most assuredly, and most of them did serve time, and they should. Anyone who hurt a cop should be in jail and served their time, according to the President of the United States with his declaration of his pardons. But I always said, if I was in a car and 5 people were going to go rob a 7-Eleven, I'd get the hell out. Once the gun and the mask came on, I'm out of there. I'm not going to allow a point break situation to help. But if it was entrapment and there were people there, then that's a completely different conversation, right? Here's the rest of this. We have a lot going on. I'm trying not to interrupt. Living Patriot says, Matt, did Jesse do this tonight? Or it was last night, I believe. No, it wouldn't have been last night. This would have been Friday, I believe. Thanks.
Benefited the media, the FBI, and the Democrats. 1,500 arrests, humiliated Trump, got him impeached, criminalized the MAGA movement.
Ray Epps was the guy that riled them all up.
Trump got in.
And Nick Fuentes. Let's not forget that. Nick Fuentes was there too. Never served a day in jail for it. Fed.
Indicted over January 6th, remember? They tried to throw him in prison over this. The January 6th committee. It's all Democrats did for 2 years. Why didn't the committee find any of these snitches? They did a one-sided investigation and teed up Garland to charge Trump so they could run against a convicted felon. So the media is going to apologize, right? No. The media today is cherry-picking the report to say there were no undercover agents there on January 6th. The whole thing's a conspiracy. These aren't articles. They're FBI press releases. And they wonder why their ratings are trash and no one trusts them. It's because of this. They don't want the truth. They want to hide it if it hurts the left. And they can't admit they were wrong because it's too embarrassing.
Come on. I think that's all we got.
Oh, bummer.
But I think it's enough. Listen, it comes down to this. If you had FBI informants who were there, those informants are going to have handlers. And they're going to have case handlers. And they are going to have, just like the CIA has international handlers and has field agents and caseworkers, the FBI has that here domestically. And if there is a crime that is going to be committed, it is up to those people to report it to the FBI and their handlers. One of two things is most assuredly true. The people who were FBI informants should be in jail because they did not inform their handlers that a riot was going to take place, an insurrection, whatever they want to call it, I don't give a shit, was going to take place. And that means that those people should be in jail, and they're not. Or B, they did tell the FBI, and the FBI did nothing and stood idly by and allowed it to happen. That is a completely different conversation. Now, do I believe that Ray Epps was an instigator? Sure. Absolutely. We're the ones that report. We were one of the earliest shows to report Ray Epps. And Nick Fuentes, sure, they should be in prison, but they're not. In my opinion, that doesn't change the fact, but that is entrapment. And although does not prove that J6 was an inside job per se, what it does show is that the J6ers should sue the living Jesus out of the U.S. government, because that most assuredly is entrapment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
$10 from Pat Black. Thank you, Pat. We appreciate you so very
You're
much.
faster than my fingers can type.
That's because you know what I can do with my little finger.
That's your answer to everything.
Pat Black, don't know the number, but want to help. Well, we appreciate you, Pat. You're amazing. So something to think about. Sorry about the Jesse segment. The video obviously did not download completely, but you guys get the point. The point is that we now have confirmed from Elon Musk as well that FBI most assuredly were there. Jesse just broke this, and this is all over. This is going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you also have some other things happening, guys and girls. You have election fraud, investigations and seizures and corruption charges coming out. And you're hearing this in California. You're hearing this in New Mexico. You're hearing this in Georgia. You're hearing 50,000 ballots in Maryland. Now, this isn't the usual talk of what we heard after the stolen election and all this bullshit, 3,000 some odd affidavits, which were all fictitious. But you're specifically hearing incontrovertible truth from DOJ officials saying that the thing that leftists say doesn't happen is happening. Oh, now I see you got another $10. I guess my not so clever plan to keep you guys from calling an early night has been foiled, Brian says. I don't understand, Brian. What happened? Brian, did you donate?
We may not have gotten it
It
yet.
does. Sometimes it
takes a while.
Sometimes it depends on processors and servers, and so if you did donate and haven't seen it yet, hang tight because we'll hopefully get it soon. We do have one more ahead of you. Olivia tries to update these as soon as they come in, and then we talk a little bit. So we might be backlogged, but we haven't seen anything yet. But hang in there. As soon as we see it, we'll put it in, brother.
Yep. I love our viewers, because they know how much we like hockey and they're updating us on the score of the game.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Anonymous donated $21.10. Thank you, Anonymous. Brian, we'll keep an eye for it. Okay, so yeah, you did donate. We're going to keep watching, man. As soon as it comes in, we'll pop it, okay? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. By the way, real quick, talking about this website.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, so this is really actually cool. This looks like something that we were talking about doing with VetNet, but it's a national coordination hub for veterans and businesses. So this is great. So you can go in here. It's non-government. It's privately supported. And they've got 6 bureaus, 12 active operations, 50 states, 1 mission.
I wonder, that would be neat if we could maybe do something in there over the summer with the kids. I don't know. That would be kind of cool.
Well, it looks like what it's doing is it's bringing businesses, veterans together. Foundation means United States Foundation, National Civic Infrastructure Organization, established and operating pursuant to Act and United Treaty.
What I saw is that you can, whatever your specialty is, you can give your time, you can give your specialty, you can give something, and they'll hook you up with something in your area to help with.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I had read.
Let's dive into this thing and find out exactly what we can do to participate. That's pretty cool. Say no to Deb Holland over here in New Mexico. We're with you. We left New Mexico because of the politics. Don't have to call it out. Just hoping you stick around for a while after reaching the goal. We do. We stay. No, we don't. We stay for 2 hours no matter what, Brian. Sometimes, even if we hit goal, we still stay. So we appreciate you. Like I said, as soon as that comes out, we'll. We just got it.
Okay. Sorry. I'm adding a reminder.
No, I know, but it just popped up on email.
Okay. I'm adding a reminder.
So yeah, as soon as that pops up, we'll put it up.
Sorry. I'm adding a reminder for tomorrow during nap time to look into the U.S. Foundation thing.
Yeah. And let's see if there's something we can do to help. Oh, Brian, holy shit. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Brian, thank you, dude. We won't call it quits, man. Even if we hit goal, we still keep going. We go 7 to 9 no matter what. We always hit goal. People are awesome, like yourself. Dude, that's huge. Thank you so much. That makes the show go so much smoother because in the next 45 minutes, we can just keep doing what we're doing. That is an amazing donation. Thank you.
Holy cow, they let me put a special character in there.
I would have done all 255, but I don't want you just to call it quits right away. Love you guys. God bless you. Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Brian,
it.
but yeah, thank you for the link to the site as well. We appreciate
I'm going to research it and look it up. And I honestly, I'm going to look at it and see if there's anything in our area. Maybe we can do it with the kids or something this year.
Something help.
Under the dumb show. I mean, that would be great.
I agree. Officer Tatum on Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford gave a commencement address. Holy shit. What did we say? Han Woko. Han Woko?
Han Woko.
Here it is.
Come on, Harrison. Cultural change. Look at this fool. We need to extend social justice. We need to respect and elevate the indigenous peoples that are being marginalized and in many cases killed in cold blood.
Time out. He must have had something too much of that apple juice. We need to indigenous people who are caught innocent blood. Shut your old crazy self up, man. That's the thing that bothered me. Man, it's a commencement speech. Bro, you need to be encouraging them to the future. Y'all still talking about, man, ain't none of these people indigenous. Ain't none of these people marginalized. You're at ASU, graduating. Marginalized. God dang, these people stupid. Come on, keep rolling.
These communities have long understood that the trees, the mountain, water, soil are not commodities. They are relatives to be cherished for following generations to embrace and protect.
What?
We can all play a role by embracing that wisdom.
We can all play a role by embracing that wisdom. We finna tear y'all up in the market. I'm telling you. These young people go out here and they're victims and they're stupid. And then these other people like myself and others are raising warriors. And we're gonna dominate. Our kids are gonna dominate your kids. Your kids gonna be your kids gonna be so bad they're not gonna even work for our kids. They're gonna be unemployed. I'm telling you, man, you teach your kids a little bit of grit. You give them
no time for walk, Dr. Jones.
A little bit of motivation. You tell them to believe in themselves. You tell them about the American dream. You show them they can be anything they want. They're gonna dominate your weak, sorry, soft, limp wrist, wet hand kids every day of the week. Y'all out here looking for being a victim. Our kids are looking for victory. I'm glad they putting out these terrible kids. Because robots gonna be working, doing the stuff anyway. So we ain't gonna need your kid. Y'all just spent $200,000 on a degree, and you ain't gonna be used for nothing because you stupid.
Like seriously, Han Solo,
my
Indiana
hero
Jones
just died.
Yeah.
All I could think about, I was like, oh, he's not breathing hard.
Adeline.
He's breathing when he was Han Solo.
Chewie. God, I don't have anything else to say. It's stupid.
It's just, what?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that my ancestors were trees.
Water and trees are life. Where there is life, there is life.
Maybe
Wow,
that's why.
Puff, puff, give.
Maybe that's why E. Jean paints the rocks and the trees, because they're her relatives.
Yeah,
that makes a little more sense to me now.
Harrison Ford.
Wank.
Wanker of the night, Harrison Ford.
Democrats piss me off.
Me too. Me too. Buttigieg on Maher and Stephen Smith. Listen, I love Bill Maher, but Bill knows the answer to this. I'm going to tell you the answer to this. Stephen Smith knows the answer to this, but they don't tell you. Listen to this about Pete Buttigieg, Stephen Smith, and Bill Maher talking about why Pete Buttigieg is literally hated by black people. Hated. Listen.
Democratic primary voters, 16% would support Buttigieg. That's the highest of any candidate. Pete Buttigieg.
I don't believe it. I think that's just a poll number. I can't see that happening.
Well, okay, but wait. 16%. Black voters, 0. 0. You don't usually see 0 anywhere. Zero's low.
For who?
For Buttigieg. Explain that. I mean, why do black voters have this? I mean, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's under-indexing a little bit with black voters, yeah.
A little. What is that all about?
He doesn't move us. I respect the man. I've interviewed him before. Very nice man, highly intelligent. But you gotta be able to move us, bruh. He doesn't move us. Well, you can speculate as to why that is. I'm not going there. He doesn't move us.
I will. I'll tell you why. Nobody else will tell you why, but I'm going to tell you why. Mark it right here. Riley's on point. A lot of black people I know seem not to like homosexuals. Well, that's true. And here's why. If it took you 400 years and you're still fighting for racial equality, and it took a bunch of and to get it in 30 years? Would you be pissed? I have had a lot of black people on this show, friends who've called in. I remember when Q called in when we first started, and we were talking, and he was going back and forth about racial inequality. And I said, "Oh, give me a break, buddy. You don't like homosexuals, the entire black community."
Because I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
He's like, I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. He knows. I know. Because if I was black, I'd feel the same way about homosexuals. I'd be like, mother, shut the up. Stop your crying. When you've been doing this for 4 centuries, then you can bitch. Until then, suck a giant and shut the up. Every black person.
Yes, you say it. Yeah.
I just gave you the black people's inner monologue. That's it. That's the truth. And you know what? I can't blame them. Because black people are like, man, you guys literally have your own month. Do you know how long it took us to get a month?
No, they don't have just a month. They have 256 days.
Yeah.
Black people
focuses on their delusion.
Black people have the shortest month of the freaking year.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
And that's and I apologize for all the bleeps. I'm doing it for extenuating. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Accentuating. Thank you. The topic. But it's the truth. And I'd feel the same way. Can you imagine? Yenny, claw mom's face one time, and I'm going to punt you across the room.
Did you see her? Her paw was like, there it is. Her paw was like 4 inches away from my face. Oh, now she's purring and she's licking my neck.
This sounds familiar.
You don't.
That's my job, Kat. The hell I don't. So Booty Juice is not going to be the president of the United States. Okay, Booty Juice is not going to be it. They're going to run Kamala. Okay.
Are you forgetting? You think?
Yep.
They're going to run Kamala again?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Are they stupid? Nope, that's that's rhetorical. Don't answer that because I already know the answer. But what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get to see if I can. Yeah. Here's how I think. Here's why. Because you want to know why I think this?
Why?
Because Kamala is doing fake FaceTime.
Oh, and that's what
ads
she did
again.
during the run.
Yeah, watch this shit.
Her 6 weeks of
Hey there,
her campaign.
Representative Pearson. So, in the wake of the Cali decision, immediately Donald Trump, Marsha Blackburn, Governor Lee called for a special session. We had to be back by Tuesday, and by the following Thursday, they've taken it. The only black majority district in the entire state.
They're basically backdooring racism through politics.
Why is he talking normal? Kamala Harris, how are you doing, ma'am?
I thought they were both black.
I just wanted to say I feel so good to see you, ma'am. I want to reach out and touch you. I want to feel you. We appreciate the donations that jingle, but we really want the donations that fold. Let's give him a hand out there. Oh, boy, that boy can sing. That boy can sing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got, and I said, touch myself. Rocky Marciano, Rocky Marciano. He beat Joe Lewis's ass. He did beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Politics. They know the power of the people, and it scares them. Because if they thought on merit that they would win,
oh, you would never meet no Cassius Clay.
They wouldn't have to resort to this cheating.
That's right. They're taking the front door, the side door, the back.
Actually, Kamala, I agree with you completely. An amazing, astute observation there, Kamala. Appreciate you. You're just bloody fantastic. What the what happened to Reverend Jebariah Crawfish? You know? What happened to that guy? I tell ya, I feel ya, I want to be ya. Oh, that's right. I want to lick up that chocolate thunder. Give me a break.
They're taking all the angles to say, how is it that we can work to dilute the power?
We need to have a playbook that is born out of our ability to assume some risk, perhaps. I've been thinking about, we need to have basically a no bad ideas brainstorm. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Yep.
Wait, a no bad ideas brainstorm, Olivia? Is that what she just said?
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder if she's going to put it in a Venn diagram.
You just took my line.
I know.
You listened to me at dinner, and you just took my line. You even took the sound effect line that I was going to make because of...
I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those three circles and the analysis about where there is the intersection, right? Yeah, I see people. You agree with me, right?
No.
Like a good old-fashioned no bad ideas brainstorm.
We can't abandon the South. We have to invest in it. And particularly, we have to invest in all levels of government.
Your fight is for America and for everything that we say we stand for.
This is our time and our moment.
That's right. Please take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. And thank you for all you do to inspire so many people.
Seriously, if anyone lives in Tennessee, this is why I want the cat down, because her tail's on my face. If anyone lives in Tennessee, please find me the address to his office. I swear to God, I'm going to mail him a pic.
Folks.
He totally needs it. It would just make him so much hipper.
It's now time. Did you just call him a hipper?
No.
With a hard R?
Hip.
It's hippa. You can't call him a hipper, honey.
I didn't call him a hipper. I said he would be hipper or more hip if he had a pick in his hair. Well, I guess only when he talks like certain times, but yeah. Seriously, I'm going to do it. Somebody get me the address. I'm going to do it.
I can't believe he just called him a hipper. You can't say that. We have a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back on The Dumb Show.
You can do all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
So glow.
Damn it, that boy can sing. Oh, man, he can't sing, but you're crazy. You're just crazy. What type of weave you got in there? I don't have no weave. It's juices and berries from my homeland. Queens.
See, I'm not the only one. Glenn's feed is working again. See, I wasn't the only one having issues.
I fixed everybody's feed. That's the type of power that I bring to it. That's true. Birthday and stupid. I have no idea. You told me to write this. I have no idea what it is. But Olivia found this. Here it is.
There are a lot of times that I have something to say about almost anything.
Yeah, every day, man.
This was not one of those times.
Plus, you would like his shirt.
I think everyone has a birthday if there's 8 billion people in the world, but there's only 365 days.
This is This is not how I want to start my day. She actually said that out loud.
Sexual chocolate, everybody. Sexual chocolate.
It's
Randy Fines, everybody. Randy Fines. You're just a great young man.
people is born every day. Like millions of people.
I believe the children are future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. Thank you. Thank you. Randy Fines. Fantastic. Chocolate. Sexual chocolate, everybody. Sexual chocolate.
Born every day.
Put your hands together again for sexual chocolate.
She didn't.
I'm funnier than this guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway, that was good. Okay.
Maddie just sent me his address.
What?
The congressman's address. He just sent it to me. He emailed me the address.
Which
and said,
Congress?
make it a 2-pack. The dude, the fake dude.
Justin?
Yeah, Pearson.
Oh, we should send, dude, I will mock up a bottle of Soul Glow. I will absolutely.
Let's do that.
I will call Megan. I'm like, Megan, 3D print some Soul Glow for us. Give him the Aphrodisiac Award. Wow, that's loud.
Turn that down.
Tallarico and religion. James Tallarico, the guy who thinks that God is cisgender, bi-curious, whatever the hell he says, this idiot, moronic a-hole.
Many of our fellow Christians, specifically those who serve in elected office, they are attempting to use their power as elected officials and the power of the state, the power of the government, to force their understanding of Christianity down other people's throats. Specifically our Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, atheist, agnostic neighbors. And those are the...
What about Mormons? No. Do you don't care about the Amish? What about the Buddhists? Did he say Buddhist?
No.
Oh. What about Hindus?
He didn't say Methodist or Baptist or
when
Catholic.
When the New Yorker recommends your restaurant to a bunch of Hindus looking for a fun night of fasting...
exact neighbors who we are called to love as ourselves. And I don't know.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
What in the flying shit is that? Is that Max Headroom's sister?
What the heck is wrong with her face?
Dude, she looks like Team America.
Sweetie, you need to lay off the freaking the
it looks like she got bricked. She looks like she got bricked by Donald Trump on her face.
The fake spray tans. Oh, sweetie, you need to stop. Oh no, no.
Looks like she
had
Donald Trump set on her face.
This is orange woman bad. I mean, people say Trump is orange. No, this is orange. She could be the freaking. She's practicing for her Halloween costume. She could be a pumpkin. She's the great pumpkin for Halloween.
It's just
seriously.
It's just the whole thing's not working for me.
Moly. My name's Jack Skellington.
About you, Jamie, but I don't want anyone's religion forced down my throat.
Oh, you want a lot of things forced down your throat, Tallarico. It's obvious.
Certainly don't want it coming from a government, from a state. So why would I do that to anyone else? I think that's the basic test we have to apply.
I'll totally. Like I have things shoved down my throat all the time.
I want to hear her talk.
She can't talk. Can I say something?
Yes.
I've never had anyone solicit me for religion that didn't come to my door and I slammed it in their face. I've talked to a lot of politicians. I've had none of them solicit religion to me. In fact, I haven't had a church solicit in 20 years. They don't come to our door
anymore.
What are you talking about? Nobody forced religion down my throat. That's not the way it works. Sorry, completely stupid. Just a dumb comment. This guy is supposed to be a man of God. He is absolutely antithetical of that. This man turns people away. Like all these woke lesbian gay churches, they repudiate God. And they've made up God, removed the parts that require accountability, which is God's message. God's message is love and accountability. Love and accountability, period. Plain and simple. They take away the accountability and they redefine his love and his grace. Completely insane. This guy's nutso. Nutso schizo. Hey, I got a question for you. Why, if climate change is so such a 50-50 issue where you're either with it or you're not with it. Why would they find an autistic Asperger, whatever the hell she has, child to be their spokesperson for climate change? Why would you need to get a kid? This is a great point. Listen to this.
Why does a movement need a teenager to be its leader? Things like our energy system are not something that a 15-year-old who's never paid an energy bill in her life should be talking about.
The thing that I found really interesting about this movement, because at the time I was teaching, I could see some of these ideas start to creep into primary school teaching about climate and the fact that, the world is coming to an end. And I stumbled on Greta Thunberg, and she was 15 years old at the time. I found it deeply weird. The head of this movement was a 15-year-old autistic girl. What was your impression when you interviewed her? And did you not find that strange as well? Or was it something that was just accepted?
It was something that was just accepted. But at the time, I think this ideology of the climate movement and the nihilism and the apocalyptic thinking, it has a lot of religious undertones. And so I think Greta was accepted as like this beacon of hope, right? She was a Joan of Arc character. This idea that the youth are
she should light herself on fire
by the sins of this world. So she's a truth sayer. That's how I saw her. I would laugh when I would see the conservative critique of her that was like, oh, why do you have a 15-year-old leading your movement? I'd be like, oh, they just don't get it. And now I think that's a very valid critique. Why does a movement need a teenager to be its leader? We're living in the real world here. Things like our energy system are not something that a 15-year-old who's never paid an energy bill in her life should be talking about. When I met her, which was May of 2019, we flew to Stockholm, which I put the carbon emissions of the flight out of my mind. I'm like, it's for the greater good. I thought my interactions with her were lovely. But again, she's so young, and her dad was there, dropped her off. And then I know he went to like a nearby coffee shop while she was doing all these shoots.
Because to me, what it betrayed was a fundamental lack of seriousness about the movement. Number one, she's not an expert in anything. And number two, if I'm being honest, this is a fundamental act of cruelty, putting someone so young and turning them into a celebrity. When you look,
she's a retard. Okay, sorry, she's a retard. It has nothing to do with her Asperger's or Down syndrome or whatever the hell she has. She's just a retard, and she would be a complete retard even if she was completely normal. She's not.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
How dare you?
How dare you?
Yes, well, that's pretty good. You actually did
practiced.
one. Yeah, that was good. It was well done. Sherry says, Matt, I'd knock on your door and give you an air hug even if you didn't open the door. No religious message. That's fine. If you come to my door, you're not giving me an air hug. I mean, I'm not going to play that game. You're getting the barrel-chested full bear hug. That's what I'm saying. She's a retard. I'm sorry. She's a retard. And I'm not saying that people with Down syndrome or Asperger's, or what the fuck does she have?
I don't know if she's autistic or I think it's Asperger's.
She's retard. She's a retard. That's it. She's a retard. I mean, you notice how she completely moved off climate change once that ship sailed, and she's like, now let's go and support Hamas. I wish they would have blown up the flotilla. Just because they named it a flotilla, you know? I mean, how stupid. It's a boat. It's a flotilla. Blow it up. Wish the Jews would have blown it up. That would have been hilarious. Can you imagine Netanyahu coming on? We just killed Greta Thunberg. Hamas is next. Yes. Candace cult dreams now. Okay. Candace is creating clones, and now people are saying that Charlie Kirk has come to their dreams. She literally is trying to replace Jesus Christ. You understand that? She is literally trying to replace muses and divine inspiration and divine intervention with Charlie Kirk. This lady is creating little Candace cultists, and it's disgusting. It's really gross. Here it is.
I didn't know him personally, but I'll tell you something that happened to me when he died. I've never said this before, ever. I didn't know Charlie Kirk. I never met Charlie Kirk, and he came to me in my dream, which was weird. And I was worried because I was like, I don't think I'm doing enough for this investigation because, you know, I don't only work on Charlie Kirk. I work on multiple other things. So it's like I've got a small team, and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing.
I'm surprised Candace didn't shoot her right there. Bitch, don't take this is my line. This is my area. Don't encroach upon my thing. This is bullshit. Can you even believe that these two women have platforms.
Enough. There's
really
so
sad.
much smoke in here, and I have to like maybe try harder. So I go to sleep, and he comes to me, and I don't know. You tell me if that's like Charlie. He hugs me for some reason, smiles, and he's like, "You're doing just fine." I never knew him personally, but he was smiling and he hugged me and he's like, "You're doing just fine." So I remember like just asking him like, "Who killed you?" So I did. I was like, "Who killed you?" Like that would be easier to tell me like who killed you. And you know what he said? He said the
Erica.
same people that killed JFK.
Wow, you had this in your.
Oh my God, the Jews! It's always the Jews.
Are you freaking serious?
It's always the Jews. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man, like
my gosh,
dude, random baseball bats to their heads. I'm serious.
Loser.
The same people who killed Kennedy. Wow. You know, out of all the people I would have guessed that they tied this to, the Jews were the absolute last people. It's the same people who did the USS Liberty. It's the same people who own Pornhub.
I woke up at 4 a.m. and texted my friend, she's also my producer, texted my friend and I was like, I just had Charlie Kirk tell me this in my dream. Wow. And yeah, well, obviously it's not the same people because they are all dead, but you know what he meant. And I usually don't believe in dreams, but it was so unusual for me to dream about somebody I never met. And maybe someone can say like it's because of your imagination. You were worried that you were not doing enough.
Yeah, you think it's a fucking dream, lady.
It could be that you're imagining, but
for me, I have so much of this world is built around wanting people not to have the confidence to go with their gut, and I realize that it's all about don't trust your intuition, don't believe your dreams, don't think you can follow your dreams. This is actually one of the reasons why I was such a big Kanye fan, because I felt like in his music he sort of like gave us the code. That's why he was so hated. He refused to be put into a box. And so I have had dreams that have become true. Like I demonstrated that on my show, where literally the day that my former executive producer got pregnant, I had the clearest dream, and they were like trying to get pregnant for a while. The clearest dream, it was a boy. I knew exactly when he was going to be born. I told her that the next day, and she was like, well, no. And then she found out about a week later that she was pregnant, and she wrote me and was like, this really freaks me out. And my sisters have had that every single time one of me and my sisters is pregnant. One of us has a very clear dream of the sex of the baby, when the baby's going to be born. And so this whole idea that your dreams don't mean.
Wow. This is really powerful. Candace, could you possibly, maybe with all your superpowers, just wish Charlie wouldn't have been assassinated? And will that fix? No. Oh, so yeah, you're not God. Or
please give me this weekend's lottery numbers, please, so I can buy myself a ticket.
What in the name of God are they talking about?
You know what they did before the show? Just run it in.
I don't think they did this. I think they were doing this. Maybe a little scissors.
How high was she when she went to bed?
I have no idea.
Holy cow.
Dude, I would never want to be a part of Candace's dreams. That has to be a scary, scary place.
Anything. Sometimes they don't. Like sometimes I watch a scary movie and then I have a scary dream. And so it can be impacted by that. But there is a difference. And let
me make sure I understand. You watch Charlie Kirk get assassinated, which obviously would leave an impact on a human being seeing that. And then you dreamt about it. I got it. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Olivia, I dreamt last night that I was John Holmes. So if you're in for quite a ride tonight.
Who?
Forget it.
Reminds me of the little video clip you sent me over the weekend. The you and me, but in reverse, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. All right,
so you know that a dream didn't feel like a dream, right? You wake up and you go, I wasn't thinking about this topic, or I never thought of this person in this way. Andrew Colbert being one of them. Never thought about Andrew Colbert in that way ever. So I didn't go to bed going, I wonder if Andrew Colbert. No, I fully trusted Andrew Colbert at the beginning of this. I knew Andrew Colbert. I had no reason not to trust Turning Point. at that moment, and that dream.
Except
shook
that
me.
they excommunicated
And
you from every Turning Point event. Charlie called you a demon on the stage at a Turning Point event. You weren't invited to Charlie's wedding. Yeah. You had nothing against Turning Point at all, considering that every single relationship you've ever had, you've been terminated from. Yeah, you're whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't.
Liv, go ahead. Covering for Mr. Sauce tonight, Mello, $13.90. Thank you, Mel. Nice even number, $350. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
I hope that people listening to this just know that they build this entire system not to get you, because they want you not to trust your intuition. Your intuition, there's so much more that we will never know. Things are metaphysical, and that's why we're on people. Hell is real.
Barry says,
know it's real.
That's why I was just laughing.
Barry says, I
Comment
can't
of the
believe
night.
Lee Harvey Oswald killed Charlie.
Comment of the night, Barry.
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe it was Marina Oswald.
And I think that there was something about the Charlie Kirk assassination that made people realize that demons are real.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people who were
you're one of 'em.
atheists who aren't
You're
feeling
one of
so
'em.
atheistic today.
Yeah.
Atheistic?
And that's why I was so confused, because Charlie was not my friend. It would make sense if he came to you talking, so he's just one of the cases. I've been on multiple other cases when people die, and I feel like, okay, something's off here, and I worked with detectives, and I was so shocked. But then, and only then, I started kind of putting parallels between GFK and his assassination, and I think that they are very similar.
No, they're not. They are absolutely nothing in any way, shape, or form alike. Okay? And no, nothing. Nothing alike. Nothing. There's no commonality. The month, the weather, the location, the rifle, the dossier behind it. He was in a vehicle. One was sitting on a stage. The shot location, the amount of rounds fired, the exfil, the turning of oneself in, the complete disassociation as an American citizen and giving state secrets to Russia, and then coming back a year and a half later, obviously a double agent, obviously CIA. This guy was a furry who literally had his boyfriend in his mouth. There's no similarities between John F. Kennedy and Charlie Kirk in any way, shape, or form. John F. Kennedy was an ardent liberal. John F. Kennedy was in the military. He came from a multi-billion dollar family. Charlie Kirk was a self-made man who raised money, and his foundation and TPUSA was built from the ground up. He didn't go to college. John F. Kennedy was an elitist. Was a Harvard man, or was it Yale? Maybe it was Yale. Yeah, he was a Yale, or Oxford, Yale. Kennedy was a Yaler. It doesn't matter. There's nothing even remotely similar to the John F. Kennedy assassination and Charlie Kirk assassination, except for your batshit crazy woman, estrogen-laden bovine head that somehow... You're so rough with her. They're right. You're mean.
I didn't even touch her.
That totally reminded me of the Charlie Kirk assassination. So... Crazy bitches doing bitches things. Nutso, schizo. It reminds me of Charlie Kirk. The only thing is Jews. The Jews did it. Jews did it.
I didn't know Lee Harvey Oswald was Jewish.
Yeah, he was a Jew. Yeah,
Apparently.
They're all Jew.
I'm really very curious as to what Candace and Charlie are doing in her dreams, because I guarantee it's not talking.
No way. You know what? Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I want Candace Owens to get a venereal disease. That is like the most uncomfortable and painful VD that you can get. Like, I want her to get herpes simplex 10 on top of chlamydia and gonorrhea orally. And a case of the crabs. I want Candace Owens to be in the most despicable and painful position possible. I want nothing but misfortune. Like I want, God, if you're busy, I get it, but could you have Candace be your modern day Job 2.0? Because I would love to see everything stripped away from her and her left with only her religion and find out how much of a charlatan and false prophet she is. Because she will repudiate God. She will blaspheme God. She will desecrate God as soon as her life turns one iota to the negative. I can say with a true heart, I hate her. I hate her with everything in my being. I hate Candace Owens. I do. And I'm okay. Matt, you can't do that. God, no. I think even God would understand. I think God loves all of his children. But this one, I think he might just be like, you know what?
This was a mistake. Whoops.
Can we just pretend like this is like the burning bush? This is like the giraffe. Why are their necks so long? Well, to reach the leaves. Why didn't you make the trees shorter? Not a mistake, but a slight overlook in perfection. Candace Owens was made. I'm going to go ahead and call that. I don't believe God. She's one of God's children. I believe she's a demon. I believe she is Satan herself. I can't stand that woman. Can't stand that woman. I'm sorry. Can't. Redistricting war. We'll keep talking about this because this is huge.
Across the southern part of this country. The latest state is South Carolina. Republicans are ramping up efforts to unseat Congressman Jim Clyburn. After 30 years in office, Democrats' rhetoric is getting pretty heated.
Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock said it was a, quote, 21st century version of Jim Crow in new clothes. Do you agree?
Absolutely, I agree.
Oh, sure I do.
He was testifying against redistricting out in the South. And he said something very true, that MAGA is the last dying breath of the Confederacy. And it could not be more true.
There are people in this hostile anti-black administration that would rather black Americans pick cotton than pick the president, than pick their congressperson, than pick a senator.
If Republicans
nobody picks cotton anymore. There's a machine that does it. Okay? Nobody picks cotton. Oh, Massa, I'm out in the fields picking cotton every day, and my fingers, they bleed. No, they don't, because nobody picks cotton. Nobody is sending anyone to the fields. This is complete bullshit. We have Mexicans to do that. The fucking problems are. Here's AOC. All roads lead to the South. They're now using Southern verbiage from the Civil Rights Act to make this Jim Crow 2.0. This is the pitting maneuver. This is the shift. The paradigm shift has begun. They're removing Trump's a Nazi and a bad. Now they're saying, oh my God, it's the Klan and it's Jim Crow 2.0. Here it is. Here's AOC. All roads lead to the South. Listen to what she says about the Great Society. She's so stupid. Candace is a demon. AOC is just an idiot.
Yeah.
It is time for the North to pull up to the South.
Oh my God. Okay, so Paul Rivera says, Matt, don't waste your energy. Hate takes a lot of personal energy. No, it doesn't. I just hate her. It takes no energy to hate Candace. It's actually quite easy. It's one of the simplest things I do. That and taking a dump every morning, two of the easiest things I do. I'm regular. I regularly hate her, and I regularly have no problem on the toilet. Doing fine.
It's time for New York to pull up to Alabama. It is time for all of us to come to Georgia, to Louisiana, to Tennessee, to Mississippi, and let them know exactly what they have uncorked with this injustice. They think they can draw us out of power. They do not know the sleeping giant that they just awakened. Because it is not a coincidence, and our whole country must understand that it was not until voting rights were ratified in this country.
When did she become black? Isn't she Puerto Rican? Hey.
Sorry, I'm trying to get one of the kids because the dog threw up. So I'm sure it's right by my chair.
You okay,
so
baby?
trying to get the kids.
Come here. You're not feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Ethan!
It's okay. You're not feeling good, sweet pea. Oh,
That's
baby.
all. No,
It's
I
okay.
wasn't
I
focused
know
on
it looks
anything
like
else.
Candace makes me sick too. It's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay.
She heard us talking about Candace.
Oh, poor baby. Candace makes me want to throw up too, puppy. It's okay.
Here he
Keep
comes.
her away from that.
Yeah.
All right, here's.
Can you bring some paper towels and something?
Country that we got the Great Society. Because when
Wait,
black Americans have the right to vote and that vote is protected, because when black Americans have the right to vote and that vote is protected, our schools get funded. When voting rights are protected, healthcare gets expanded. And that it was not until voting rights were ratified in this country that we got the Great Society.
Actually, that's
because
not true.
when black Americans have the right to vote.
Actually, it's not true, folks. The Great Society was implemented in 1963 by LBJ. 1964, the Civil Rights Act was ratified. So over a year. Check me, please. The Great Society, you mean the Great Society where LBJ said, we're going to go ahead and get those so addicted to government and aid that those will be voting for Democrats for the rest of their lives? Is it that one?
Enacted between 64 and 68.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't know what the hell she's talking about.
No one does. Anytime she opens her mouth, it's really confusing.
No idea what she's talking about. Over a year. Over a year. Great. And the Great Society, by the way, was one of the most racist, unbelievably detrimental things that happened to black people in history, which essentially removed the patriarchal and matriarchal society, removed black figures from the home, got the black people to get dependent upon the U.S. government. She's making shit up. And why is she in a bulletproof box? If she's powered to the people, why is she afraid of getting shot?
Bulletproof glass. Who does she think she is? Her and Candace need to have a love child, and that's going to be the Antichrist.
Oh, no, don't say that. That we don't want to give him any ideas. Andrew Rondeau says, lots of laughs, sleeping giant. The Republicans are tired of all the bullshit, and we're done rolling over. You couldn't have said it better than that. Because here's the thing. I wasn't for redistricting. I spoke out against it. You remember? Mm-hmm. I spoke out against redistricting. I said gerrymandering is wrong. You know what?
After what they tried to do to Virginia, we're like, screw it.
What you did in my state, yourself. Redistrict everything. I never wanted to win another election again. And they are flipping out, folks. They are absolutely flipping out. Because here is Abrams telling you what's more than likely going to happen with this. Thank you, Ethan. We love you.
Thank you so much, Bubba.
Your ability to use those same democratic institutions to your benefit. With these new maps, we know that analysis by Fair Fight.
I don't underestimate AOC, and I've told everyone not to underestimate her. It's amazing what somebody with decent looks who's completely stupid can do. Look at Newsom. Look at Kamala Harris. Listen, Kamala Harris, you can say whatever you want about her, but there was a time when she wasn't a half bad looking woman. And it's probably between the time she was on her knees for Joe Brown as a staffer and her time as president, almost vice president to almost president. But somewhere in between there, way too many Martunis got her.
Way too many Martunis.
Way too many Martunis. But here's Stacey Abrams. Listen to this, because it's also not just for the House and Senate. The Senate's locked. You can't really do anything about that, 2 per state. But the House is. But the actual state House legislators are also going to be impacted. Listen to this.
And Black Voters Matter show that we could lose 19 to 20 congressional seats, but we could lose up to 191 state legislative seats. And in the South, those state legislators draw city council districts, county commission districts, school board districts, and they draw state legislative lines. And so if you want to know if your child is going to have fair and equitable access to education, that will be diminished if your families can't participate in elections. And
don't promise me a good time. Good. You know what? If it literally is Democrats never gain office again, good. I don't care. We need to have more than one party representation. No, we don't. Nope. I'm good. Democrats are evil, and their party is evil. Their beliefs are evil. I don't want them. I don't want to be a part of it. We're done. I know where she said this is the opening. She says this is the opening silo. And I'm like, you stupid bitch. It's salvo. The opening salvo, not silo. Silo means there's a nuclear war. The opening silo, we're going to have global thermonuclear war. Oh my God, everybody run. AOC she wants to nuke people. She's worse than Donald Trump wanting to nuke a hurricane. She wants to nuke the South. The opening silo. Is this War Games? Turn the key, sir. God, please. God, I just can't do it anymore.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Wank. You are an idiot.
Well, that was some weird shit.
Opening silo. Turn the key, sir. Oh my God. Movie. Name the movie, Liv. Come on.
Didn't you just say it? War Games?
Yeah, War Games.
Okay.
What a stupid ass. The opening silo. Salvo.
I am an FBI agent.
I caught my first tube today, sir. I am an FBI agent. How dare you make me bleed my own blood?
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. If you leave now, I promise not to tell you. There we were playing ping pong and ding dang and fin fam. I was playing ping pong and I lost. And they shoved a ping pong paddle up my ass. And it wasn't the handle first.
Inconceivable.
I've been shitting pancakes ever since. Turn the key, sir. Wouldn't you like to play a nice game of chess? Maybe later. How about global thermonuclear war? Fine. Let's be the Russians. Opening silo. The night was cold. AOC crept upon the midnight clear. As the phone rang, it was red. She picked it up and said, "Hello?" At 3 a.m., the phone call came. Open all silos! Launch the bullets! Missiles! Missiles! Can somebody make me a Bloody Mary? I can do it. Can't stand this woman. Salvo. Dumb. God, why is somebody so hot, so stupid?
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Okay. Let's move it on. It's so stupid. I'd piss on a spark plug if it would do any good. Mr. McKittrick, after some long observations, I believe your system sucks. I don't need to take that shit from you, you redneck hillbilly son of a bitch.
Thank you, Mr. Marlar.
Mr. Marlar, $21.10. Thank you.
Sauce, it's not an even number anymore.
Sauce, what are you doing, bro? Look at that, 371.10. It's all odd numbers. There's not even an even there. There's no even number in there. It's all odd. There's only one thing to do. Make that shit 400.
His OCD is like, he's like, I gotta donate. Oh, AOC.
My God. Okay, moving on. The EA-18G Growler, also known as the FA-18, modified, has a different mission. It's essentially the same plane. I don't understand. Why were they dogfighting? Oh my God. It was an air show, you idiots. They were doing combat maneuvers. Tactics. Okay? That's it. One came down, lowered elevation, and swept on top of the other plane. And then this is how little baby planes are born. Watch this. Flying in formation. Comes underneath. Raises altitude.
Oh, crap.
And this is how little planes are born. Turbine failure.
Oh, shit.
And 4 chutes.
Ouch.
That's it.
What
Pilot
happened
error.
there?
Pilot error. You saw it. He swept underneath the maneuver and then came back up and ran into the guy. He got out of formation and position. Now, what probably was supposed to happen is the pilot above was supposed to make a yaw maneuver, and they were both to pull up together. They were side by side. One swept in underneath, and at that point, they both should have lifted up. Bottom plane lifted up. Top plane did it. Just like grape. Left side. Just like grape. Right side. No, left side. Safe. Right side. Safe. Middle road. Just like grape. Understand? I think I speak for the whole room, Mr. Miyagi, that nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
You forgot the beep.
Oh. That's right. Aye. Look, I always look, aye. Where are you going? You gonna go take a piss? That's disgusting. Nobody wants to know that.
I didn't see that. I said
Gross. Whatever. It's disgusting. We got to save these. Oh yeah, she's gonna want to see all these. We'll do the gerrymandering with the View, and then we got to save the other 4 videos. Here it is.
This is no longer the Republican Party of America First or even of kitchen table issues and affordability. If you disagree with Trump on anything, on his, I would say his revenge-filled.
All 4 pilots are safe. Yep. They all ejected, which is a miracle. I mean, horizontal ejection is usually not safe. That is incredible that they survived.
Personal enrichment.
And honestly, it's probably because those were all retrofitted. And all those growlers have all been retrofitted. So they all have state-of-the-art electronic countermeasures and safety systems. Those pilots did not eject. You know, it happened all at the same time. So one ejects, they both go. But the fact that they were absolutely synced up shows that it was the system that ejected. They recognized catastrophic engine failure, hydraulic systems, everything was shot. And I guarantee they auto-ejected. Guarantee it.
Agenda, then you are out. And I think that is why his approval rating right now is the lowest of any president in the past 17 years. The past 17 years. And I see this as a great.
Oh, holy shit. We have an issue. Brian Ellis hates even numbers. So it sounds like Howanitz is going to have to make that even, and then Brian's going to have to make it odd. He said that could be an interesting back and forth. I hate even numbers. Howie, the Gotland's been thrown.
Opportunity for the Democrats to show the American people that they are here for affordability. They are here for healthcare. They are here for education. They are here for making people's lives better. This is a huge opportunity, despite the fact that they're trying to gerrymander the heck out of this.
It's not to spite the fact. It's in spite of the fact. What is up with these retards?
Country.
Get your idioms correct. Message for you, sir. I'm going to go to the consul and establish your idiom, sir. My idiom.
Take away the black vote.
Okay. I had to show that. Liv?
Yes.
Some videos. 400. That's a lot of even. Mr. Sauce donated, had to open the silos to cover the difference. I had to open the openings, the opening silo.
Gail swallows.
Had to deliver the opening silo.
Oh, Mr. Sauce.
Watch out. I've launched the opening silo. Silo delivered.
Gail swallows.
Special Officer Goofy reporting.
Don't you have to bother me when I'm vacuuming my room? Eureka High School. No Trump, no Charlie. This is crazy. Listen to this.
Rachel, the incident happened last October, and we're only just now hearing about it now, partly because the school told the kids that they couldn't tell their parents. A parent told us the class was asked to write out who they consider a hero. One child wrote Charlie Kirk was their hero, and the guidance counselor apparently got frustrated. Then another child wrote Donald Trump, and they got more annoyed. After that, a student wrote Jesus, and the counselor said that none of those names were allowed.
Then they retroactively aborted all 3 children.
Later on, the school gathered the 6th graders together and apologized and asked the students not to go to their parents, but talk to the teachers first. I spoke to Alyssa Moore. Her 6th grade son wasn't present for the assignment, but was there for the apology.
They should have set the parameters before if they didn't want certain people up there. We wanted them to be re-educated on how to interact with students that you don't agree with their viewpoint.
We will continue following this story, and we'll be sure to update you as we learn more information in the coming days. In Eureka, I'm Thomas Lynch, 12 News.
And we did reach out to Marshall Elementary's principal for comment. She sent us this statement saying that the school is aware of the incident and is working with family and staff to make sure every learning activity is a positive experience.
She also adds in this, the school cannot comment on the people involved as it's committed to protecting the privacy of faculty and students.
Where was this at?
I did a little research on this and I found a few things and I said, Eureka!
What Eureka was this at?
I'm assuming it's going to be Washington or Oregon. I don't know. It's a big even number, $400. It's really annoying me.
Kansas.
I can't. Eureka, Kansas.
There was a Eureka, Montana too.
There's a Topeka, Kansas too. Eureka, Montana. There's a Eureka, Washington. I think there's
California,
a Eureka, Oregon, and I think there's a Eureka everywhere. When you find it, you know what you say?
Eureka.
That's right.
But there's only one big four.
Eureka! Eureka! You say it twice. You say, I've opened my silo. Do you think she says that when she has sex? I've opened my silo for you.
I now know what I'm going to say next time. My silo is open.
It's never closed. Missiles come out of silos, not in.
Oh my gosh. They did go into silos.
Really? I didn't think it was a whale's dick, honey.
What's that from?
Chet, it's a thermonuclear weapon? No shit, honey. I didn't think it was a whale's dick.
I don't know what that's from.
From my heart and from my hands, why don't people understand my intentions? Weird science.
I know what that is, but what was the line?
Weird science.
Oh.
Eureka! Weird science.
I've never seen the movie, so I wouldn't.
No! You're kidding me. You've never seen Weird Science?
Dude, we've been together for 27 years and you're just now finding this out? I've told you this before because you've mentioned it.
No. If you ever told me that you didn't watch Weird Science, we would have remedied that. That is one of the greatest teenage wank movies ever. Oh my God. Yeah, Weird Science is fantastic. We have to fix that right now. We got to go watch Weird Science tonight. That's a fantastic movie. Chicks on the right have something to say about Megyn Kelly. I love the chicks. Here they are. They're such good. I can't believe we had them on our show. We need to do more with them. Mm-hmm. Here it is.
Think about what she is asking us all to believe. She is saying that because she was called a name, she has completely changed her entire moral compass on the topic of Israel.
I literally made...
Dawn Bradley says, I've never seen the movie Weird Science either. Never had any desire. You should. It's just a boys' comedy. It's like Porky's, but not Porky's. It's just two nerds who are beat up in high school, are ultra computer geeks. Instead of getting a Ferrari or a new car, you got a computer, and they decide to go ahead and they do Frankenstein's monster and tried to build a woman. And they hook up a Barbie doll and they do a bunch of weird shit, weird science, and they create Kelly LeBrock. And hilarity ensues.
Karen Vera, Eureka sounds Wait, go. Eureka sounds like you're telling somebody they stink.
Yeah, Eureka. You boys created me. Do you like it? Oh, God, what a good movie. Weird Science is so good. Steven Seagal's ex-wife. Steven Seagal's a fag. Here's Chicks.
A speculative comment about whether Epstein might have been an asset for Israeli intelligence.
Want a greasy pork sandwich in a dirty ashtray. Weird Science.
And immediately got called an anti-Semite, as did Charlie Kirk. He and I were part of the conversation. That's what led, in part, to our conversation 1 month before he was murdered about...
Brian says, I don't really dislike even numbers, just trying to get donations flowing by making it a game. It's all right. I like where your head's at. You and Howie are going to be great together.
How annoyed we were.
Yep. You guys are two silos of a feather.
At how quickly the pressure campaign began on us both, and the name calling using that term simply in response to speculation about Epstein. It was crazy. Charlie was angry about what was being done to him, and I was too. And I firmly believe he would have been on the same trajectory I have been.
She openly admits, I've never even had lunch with Charlie Kirk. I just knew him briefly upon exchanges. Like 4 months before he died. Oh, you just... Oh. You know, guys, I actually once met Charlie Kirk in an exchange on a show. Charlie Kirk came in and we were in the green room together. Said like 7 words to me. That connection meant something to me. That night I dreamt about Charlie. I dreamt that he gave me his silo. Stupid. I can't believe I thought she was hot.
On.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
No, it doesn't.
That is what she's saying.
Like with that logic, we would have actually been white supremacists like 15 years ago.
I mean, we got to join the KKK because they keep calling us mean names. I mean,
with
what in
Whitey.
the world?
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
It is
makes no sense.
insanity.
Yep. Oh, it was fun having chicks on the right on. They're cool.
Hilarious.
They are great. Test scores. We're going to end it with this. We're going to get out of here, go watch some hockey.
Hockey.
Oh, the F-14. Does everybody want to see it? Ethan!
You sure you want...
It's
which
close.
kid?
It's close. I trust Ethan.
Okay.
I trust all of our children. Ethan!
Might be doing trash.
What were the 7 words, Matt? What do you mean? 7 words. Would you grab it for me? Would you grab me the F-14, please? My model. Turn the light on, please. Don't do it in the dark. It's on. Oh, I added the wheels. You haven't seen it. I added the landing gear. 40701, Debbie Hensley. Thank you, Deb.
That's about $993 short of those feet pics there, Debbie.
Good.
It's a joke.
So this is the F-14. I'm still, canopy is covered. Internal components. The paint job is wicked. Yes, those turbines go all the way back. Landing gear is officially in. And she's about 90% done.
Look at Ash.
I know. I still got to put a few more. But the cockpit glass is done. Everything has been... I mean, look at those tail fins. Look at that. Is she not looking good?
Mm-hmm. She's looking great.
So she's getting there. This is going to be flying in the sky, coming in for a landing. She's going to be tilting like this, exposing her underbelly and hanging from the ceiling. So much work. I mean, I wish you guys could see. The paint job's incredible. Like, it looks, you can't see it on camera. It's got to be up close, but that's where she's at. She's getting really close. She's almost done. Another 5 hours or so and she'll be done. Yes. Did I see the statue? Yes. I'm actually going to put that up. And we're going to talk to Scott Lebedo about it. when he is here on Live. Plug the show.
Yes, Wednesday from 7 to 8. He will only be on for an hour. So 7 to 8, Scott Lebedo will be on the show.
Here is the video. I'll show that. Yeah, let's just end it with that. This would be a good way to end the show. So here is Scott Lebedo's. If you don't know who Scott Lebedo is, he's hilarious. Here is his amazing. Paul Rivera donate 2110. Let's see who this triggers. Great show tonight. See you too. 42811.
Even and odds.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, love this.
All right, here's the video. Thank you for the donation. Here it is.
Hello, boys and girls. We are here at Shitty Hall.
Shitty Hall.
The artist that is successful is the artist that can capture the emotions of his village. Here, in my sculpture that I created, is a gift to the mayor, Ma'am Dandy of New York City, and it's also a gift from the people of New York. I give you Vafangola.
That's so good.
Fantastic.
Vafangola, is that it?
I think so.
I'll have to get him to tell us how he pronounced it. Vafangola.
We have a gift for you, Mayor Mandandy. Did we bring this in? Try it.
We'll wait. Holy shit. God, you guys. That is awesome. Vafangola. Maybe it's off cola. I don't know how to say it. He'll tell us. Listen. So someone asked, where is it going to go? It's literally going to be hanging in the shot. It's going to go closer to the modern day, but it's going to be like right in between Vietnam, the Vietnam Wall, and it's going to be in the shot, and she's going to be coming in kind of like that, but the underbelly will be exposed. Because it's probably going to be tilting this way because I want people to see the cockpit. Because the guy, I mean, you guys got to understand the detail of this. I'm going to do full photos of it because it doesn't do it justice. Like the paint job, I mean, there's distressed panels, the intake, and the pilots are ridiculous. Like, because that's what I started on. I did miniatures. So the detail on the pilots is redonk. Yeah, so she's almost done. I got to put the landing gear covers on. That'll be tonight and tomorrow. That's going to balance it out. Then I got to do satin coat on it, and then I'm going to do distressing. That's just going to be oil leaks and stress lines and wear and tear and stuff like that. But this is the Tamaya 148. So yeah, this is my first model ever. I've done miniatures. A ton of trebuchets and dwarves and wizards and stuff. This is my first model I've ever done. And dare I say, it looks frickin' wicked. I mean, we did a really good job on it.
You did a really good job. Not we. There's no we in that.
Yeah.
That was all you.
She's going to be purty when she's done. All right. We have another donation. Scott.
Brian
did. Sorry, Brian Ellis. Hope this goes through in time. 110.10. It did. And
thank you so much.
We
guys.
are even and odd, and it's an amalgamation of everything. And I think we're all going to be happy. Everyone can enjoy that. Listen, I want to say thank you to everybody. That basically covers our car fiasco last night, so that helps out.
Debbie says, "F fangul" means, or "F fangu," go F yourself in Italian.
There it is. All right. Well, I will talk to Scott about that. Olivia will be on with us on Wednesday, which will be great, and we'll have Scott Lebedo
tomorrow. Ethan's choir concert, because it's short. Are you going and starting late, or what's going on?
I don't know yet. I'll decide tomorrow.
Okay. So either the show's going to start at 7 normal time or like 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's probably going to start. I don't know. We'll see. Did you 3D print those too? Nope. That was from Tamaya, and I only use A-class models and S-class quality models. I want all the detail. I'm really picky. My next one is probably going to be an M1 Abrams tank, because it's going to go right underneath the rocket, the attached M1 rocket propelled grenade that I got over here. That M1 is going to go right there. And then I'm going to be doing an A10 Warthog, which is going to be on this side. And then I'm going to be doing a B2, an SR-71, and a U2 spy plane, all 3 of those. And then from that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. But I want to do the Skunk Works series for my grandfather, who worked on all 3. He worked on the SR-71, the U2, and early B-52 Stratofortress. But the B2 is still Skunk Works, so it's a nod to him. And then I'm just going to keep making them. And so we'll have airplanes hanging from the ceiling, which will just add to the set with fishing line. So there you go. All right. We had a good time tonight. It was fun. Liv, tell everyone who's coming, and then we're going to get the hell out of here.
All right. Scott Lebedo on Wednesday, of course. Yay. Looking forward to that. Ryan Weaver next week. Damani Felder, first Friday of June. Ryan Samuels is the 11th. Dave Bondi's the 19th. And then, of course, Damani Felder will be here. And then Tim Brown on July 8th. So, and I am still in the process of booking more people.
Nice.
Like Jeremy just emailed us during the show and asked if we wanted somebody on. So I'm going to go.
The answer is yes, we do.
Yes.
Glenn says, Matt, I have a Panzer Kampfwagen 3, new in the box. If you have a Panzer Kampfwagen 3, new in the box.
What is that? I'm assuming it's German.
That is correct.
I would just a wild guess.
You've seen it. Essentially,
German.
it looks like a truck, and in the back has treads and a hatch, and it's long, and it is essentially, I believe, the Panzer Kampfwagen is a assisted truck with tracks in the back, good for heavy, muddy, and swampish areas. Let's see if my military. Nope, it's tank. Nope, it's a tank. Wow, that's yes, I've seen that. Oh, that's pretty. So it looks like the same tank that was on Indiana Jones.
It does.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, it's a tank. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And the one I'm thinking of is a tracked vehicle. And yeah, that looks different. This is what I thought it was, which is a half track. Both are kick-ass. I am not a collector of German memorabilia. As far as 3D printing I heard is good. I was actually going to start, I was thinking about doing 3D printing models, but then my understanding is the prep is horrible. The sanding and the prep, because it's not smooth. You got to sand a shit ton. I don't like sanding a lot of plastic. In fact, I do the least amount of sanding. I have a rebreather, but I don't like micro beads and plastic. It creates memory loss and it's bad shit, and I don't want any of that. Oh yeah, I'll throw in an F4 Phantom. Like, of course I'll do an F4. The Wild Weasel and the Phantom are 2 of my favorite planes ever. I love the F4. But I got to do an A10. And the A10 will be all gray. I'm not going to do a camoed A10. But I want to do a Spitfire, camo that up. I want to do a Corsair. I want to do a Messerschmitt. I want to do a Jap Zero. Like, I imagine we'll probably have fucking 40 models here in the next 5 years, because it's what I'm really enjoying. All right, I got to get out of here. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Very, very much.
Tuesday night will be myself and Leroy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. God bless. If you're rooting for Buffalo or Montreal, good luck to you in your game. We'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.
Night, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to you live on all major
P51, 47,
social media channels,
P38.
and The Dumb Show.
Oh, yeah. All of them. got to do a
honest,
like a B-27.
direct, unfiltered. We can agree. We can disagree.
Night,
just don't unfriend me.